Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Doghouse Podcast, episode 16. I'm, of course, King Magna. I'm joined by a very special guest, fitness influencer, great YouTuber, popping up right now as well, actually, I've noticed. Your channel's, gone up, 6 times in the past week.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm just getting lucky.
Yeah, you're trying hard to be humble.
I just think
it's impressive.
some people are messing with a certain message that I was spreading. That's all.
What, do you want to get into that? Which message was it? Was the,
Social
which one was
media.
it? Oh, that one.
I was telling the story of my experience with Snapchat and how from time to time I feel like it just was not serving me in any way. I feel like my friends weren't really there for me. I was posting for why, and I just wasn't happy. And I noticed I would take breaks from Snapchat, and I'd feel better without it.
Yeah, generally, I completely agree.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people realize it, but not a lot of people have the guts to go off, because when you do go off of social media, you feel very lonely because you've been talking to so many people. You go off that, and now you're talking to 2 people. It's like
Similar,
yeah. So,
but the conversations I feel like you have when you move off Snapchat become more meaningful rather than the conversations you have on there where they're just complete waffle. It's like you send a photo of your face and it means nothing.
Yeah, exactly. But it's more comfortable to feel like you're talking to people and interacting with people, even though it's we're all talking to feel not lonely. Like, you're not actually genuinely having a conversation. And I've been off it 2 years now, and from everyone that I've talked to, people that do it, it's all positive results. It's all meaningful stuff, making life changes and better quality of life. It's all.
How many social medias did you delete? Because I was trying to find your social medias for this. I come back on Instagram or anything really.
Well, before I realized what was bad, I had TikTok, Instagram, Snap. I kind of would just stalk Twitter and Reddit just for fun. I never thought those were as bad. I deleted TikTok, Instagram, and Snap because those were the 3 ones I was really using.
Yeah.
TikTok I deleted because I was realizing my feed was just shit. I'm not gonna lie. The things on my For You were just bro, they were just bitches and negative shit. I didn't really. It's fine if I swear. By the way, is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So you are.
Alright. And I was just I don't want to be seeing this shit all the time. So
mine days as well. It's awful.
Yeah, bro. Occasionally I would find a cool video, but it's you gotta search for that. The rest of it was just I didn't like it. I have an Instagram, but I don't really use it in a normal way. I kind of so I play in a band. I play bass. My bass. It's lovely.
Oh, nice. I've tried, but I'm not very good.
And when we get photos, I post them there. It's like a portfolio. I can look back and be like, oh, that was a fun gig, or it's fun to look at yourself. Let's be honest, we all enjoy looking at ourselves doing shit.
Yeah.
So I post and then I delete the app because it's and I disable comments and likes. And at this point, I don't know why I just don't. Well, I don't know why I still do it, but I don't really use it in no sense.
At that point, you basically have a Google Drive that people can see because it's no one can interact with it at all.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I still have it, but yeah. And then Snap, that was the biggest one for me because I don't know how it is in the UK, but here, especially in the younger people like us, man, everyone uses it, and it's when you ask to meet up with someone or meet someone, it's yo, what's your Snap? And it's it was so foreign to so many people. Like, oh yeah, I don't need to have this app, because then you feel like different. You feel like an outsider. But I think it's totally worth it. I don't care if people think I'm kind of weird right now, but I'm just doing my thing, man, and not
Yeah,
having that is making me feel better.
but I'm kind of the same. I have it all the time when people like reference a TikTok, or they'll be like, "Oh, do you do this?" I'm like, I have no clue what that is, because I don't use TikTok either. I just never really like short form content.
I agree with that.
I've always,
Yeah.
yeah, I've always been into like podcasts and longer videos, or like social media that's in like a longer format. That's shorts have never been, or TikToks have never been my kind of thing. Even though I make them, just because it's like how the meta is right now, I've never really bothered with them at all.
It's interesting. Yeah, I don't really hear a lot of people say that, but I don't. The thing is, I used to do. I used to be on TikTok. Well, that was before I knew, like, yeah, it's probably kind of bad for me. Again, everyone was doing it, but I feel like I could easily go back. It's like I'm here right now, having TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Reels. It's like whatever right here. It's so easy to just go and then scroll. So it's like I don't even let myself do it in the first place because
Yeah.
shit's you know, and you don't get anything out of it. It's just entertainment. But that's cool hearing that from you. So you post, but you don't really try to use it.
Yeah, literally never. It's good to hear as well though that you've got like a good sense of like, if you know something's wrong, you'll stop doing it immediately. Like you've got good morals, it seems. Like it's like your will is just like higher than a lot of people, because I think a lot of people also agree that they hate shorts content, and then they'll still watch it anyway because they have nothing else to do, or they think that it's all they can do.
Yeah. I feel like maybe I'm just more. What's the word? I'm more in tune with my emotions and thoughts. So it's like when something's affecting me in a negative way, like it really affects me, and I'm like, I can do this. And again, like I think a lot of people when they stop doing something, it kind of becomes like their personality. Like, have you ever met? Have you ever like met a girl that's like she reads a book and then that book becomes her personality?
Oh my
for a
god,
week?
yeah, all the time, all the time.
And it's cool, but it's
It's so weird. It's like they've
but
read two books. They're like, about my personalities, I like reading. I also
or
like
like a
star signs. It's like, shut up, man.
yeah,
You don't
or
know.
like a vegan that like everywhere you go, yeah, I'm vegan, I'm vegan, I'm vegan. You know, that's good for you.
It's
But
cool. You just don't care.
some people are gonna be like annoyed by that. So I don't go around like, yeah, I don't use Snapchat, bro. Like that shit. It's
Yeah,
like no, it's not
that just sucks.
yeah. I just if people find the message and then they mess with it, that's all I think I should do because it's like you're just gonna end up just distancing yourself from other people. Because it's like if I went around telling people like when someone tells me, yeah, like I was on TikTok the other day, I'm like, wait, TikTok's horrible for you, bro. No, get off. Get like it's like this guy's annoying. It's like
Mm.
you just gotta kind of lead by example.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. Agree on.
So you said you get long form content.
Yeah, I prefer like either podcasts or just like 20-minute videos. That's like my go-to, because I feel like shorter videos. I normally have videos on in the background when I'm doing stuff anyway. I don't normally sit down and just like actively watch a video. So if I'm watching a video, it is literally just noise. It's just noise that makes my brain feel good. But I know a lot of people really, really can't do like longer form content because they need the constant appeal of it being something new every 2 seconds.
I know. I think that kind of sucks. Like it's a point that I don't think anyone should get to. Like if you were to go to the movies and then you can't sit through the whole movie, it's like or your mind starts wandering. You can't focus on the movie. I think that's
Ruining
like
people's
sad.
attention span. It's just ruining people's attention span. I don't think that's even debatable. Like it's people have just have the worst attention span now. It's gotten
I
so.
know.
Mm. Right,
I
I've
agree,
got
man.
a set of questions I want to talk to you about. Uh, One thing I do want to talk about is no fap. I kept seeing that you've talked about it quite a few times on your channel. I'm just curious what your like. Well, you've repeatedly done like videos on it. So it must be like a big topic that's in your head that you're thinking about.
It's just the thing with my videos is I feel like I'm gonna try to be in the direction I want to take it different from other like self-help, self-improvement channels, because all of the ones that are like active right now that people watch is like from what I've seen at least, it's very like it's kind of like these people they're dicks, right? Like they're like, oh, you're a horrible person if you eat junk food, if you fap, like you're a bad person. I think for me, like a healthy way of me to observe things is if this person wants to do something that I think is bad for me, I'm not gonna bring them down. I'm not gonna call them a loser, like whatever. I'm just gonna do my thing. They talk to me about it. I'll share my experience, and I think if I can talk in a certain way, they can kind of understand what I'm saying, and they can make a change in their life. But I mean, you know, like every other guy on the fucking planet watched porn, jerked off for years.
Yeah.
I could tell you like the first time I did it, but it's just like it's very sad for me.
Is it like an actual traumatic experience, like the first time you did it? You got like PTSD?
No, but it's like I was just very young, and it makes me sad thinking about it now because it's like if I have a kid, and he was as young as me watching that shit, I'd feel horrible. I would. It makes me sad to even think about that I was that young, ruining my brain. I discovered NoFap like 2 years ago, and you know, I saw like, oh yeah, 15 days and you're gonna be a superhero, girls will like you, all this shit.
And you're a Giga Chad, your jawline goes out 15 times.
Yeah, better hair, better smell. It's like all that shit. I don't. My longest streak ever, I did 121 days, I think.
What ended it? I gotta know what ended it. You just like were you just desperate? Just anything was like a trigger.
You hear that?
Just someone walking by, you're like,
dude. And the thing is, I didn't experience any of those benefits. Like the only things that I did experience were I had more energy. Honestly, that's it. But the thing is, you have more energy. It's like I would feel like lustful, horny, and then I couldn't go and fap, so I would instead go like run or go to the gym, and I would get the energy out, or I would like flirt with someone. And
so you could you basically put it in like a more productive outlet then.
Exactly, I think that's all there really is to like NoFap, because all at least I've experienced is that you get more energy, and the smart thing to do is to use that energy towards something else instead of just when that energy's gone. But I think a lot of people will sell the idea that, hey, you're gonna look like a fucking god, but it's like you're not. All this doesn't make sense. If you put in the shit, man. If you put in the effort, you will. But it's not like magical power. And I personally don't. Go ahead.
At the same time, with like looking like a god as well, a lot of it is just like unachievable. There's a lot of things that you can't. Even if you like did plastic surgery, it could go botched immediately. There's so many different things. Like I don't even recommend plastic surgery at all. But it's like there's so many different things that you can't control, like your genetics, like your hair color. You can slightly change, but it's not really your hair color at that point. You can change your nose, and you have to get loads of surgery that costs like thousands of pounds, dollars to carve your nose into a more like attractive way. It's just I think it's just like a really just self-destroying way if you purely go after like trying to build your appearance up.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let my dog in because he wants to come in. He gets scared. He likes to come in, hang out in here when there's a storm. I think a lot of like if you can be vain and want to change everything about your appearance, like you can go to the gym because you're not happy with your body. But I think that never will lead to like true content.
It never leads to true happiness. It normally just leads to like more problems because then things that are really minor become bigger problems.
Yeah, or it just becomes hidden, but it's always going to be there, and eventually, it's like imagine pushing, imagine like an inflatable like basketball. You push it into the water, like you're in the pool, It goes down for a sec, but it just shoots right back up, and it's like you can put away the things that are like upsetting you. Like, let's say you don't like your nose, you get a nose job, but it's like the nose job isn't gonna fix it. Like, it'll fix it for a little, or it'll kind of make you think like you'll forget about it, but it's just that resentment that you had for yourself that you didn't think you were perfect. Because it's like, I mean, personality-wise, I think we can all like strive to be better, but looks-wise, like, if as long as you're healthy, I think you should kind of focus more on the interior than exterior, because you can just become vain, and then you're just. But again, I don't really know.
I agree with the healthy 100%. Even though I'm terribly not healthy, I kind of wish everyone was healthy. But I'm not one of the larger people that like think being fat's healthy. It's definitely not. It is very unhealthy. I breathe like I've constantly been for a run. It's like it's just not. It's not a good way to live at all. And I think I do agree with like a lot of like fitness like YouTubers like Noel Denzel or who else is there? That's the only example I could think of. Like Noel Denzel, like just preaching like a healthier body. Because I completely agree with that. I think everyone should like try and be as healthy as they can and exercise.
I think you should absolutely love yourself, because like the fat acceptance thing is like, I love myself, but it shouldn't be. Like,
I think it's been hijacked. It's like it went from loving yourself, which everyone should do. I completely agree with that as well. Like, no matter what you look like, you should always be happy with who you are. But when it comes to like people lying, saying this is healthy, you being obese, it's healthy. It's definitely not. And I hate that like whole area because it's like draining people of like wanting to improve themselves, and it's just spreading misinformation in general.
The truth is, I think a lot. I guess this will go back to like social media. A lot of the imagine like someone made a tweet and it was like, "Oh, being fat is amazing. I love myself." That person only exists on the internet. I swear. Like, you'll meet that person that's like obnoxious and has these crazy opinions. You know, like shit that will piss you off. Like, you'll meet that person like, but like 99% of fat people are probably like, yeah, you know, it's not healthy, and they would like to be thinner. They might not be taking action to be thinner, but they know, like, you know, it's not. So it's annoying. Yeah, like I get it, but we gotta kind of just remember, like, that shit's literally like fake. You will meet that in real life.
It's just a lot of these people don't even believe that as well. I swear I can't even imagine like any of the people that actually say that believe that whatsoever. Unless it's like they're just like delusional. It's like it's just such a weird thing to think. Like it's like me going like if I cut myself and pour lemon juice in it, it's gonna make me feel better. I mean, it's just not gonna. It doesn't mean anything. That just doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, this is why I worry about myself. Like, I try to be healthy, and then those around me that I care about, I try to lead them by example. Like, they'll see me being healthy and they'll think, maybe I want to be healthy. But I don't really agree with telling someone like, you're fat, like, go work out. It's like, you have to show them a life you're living when you're thin and you feel good, and then they're gonna want to do that too. It's like, yes, you could bully someone into wanting to go work out, but it's just, I don't know. That's the narrative right now. It's like, if you're not doing good in life, if you're like slow, if you're doing, because like I'm at a point right now where I'm happy physically and mentally, but it's taken me years to get here. Like, some people are just starting that journey, and you go up there and you tell them, "Oh, you're a pussy. You're a loser." It's like, I don't think that's helpful. It might help for a little bit, but eventually you're gonna just go back to where you were in the first place. That's why my message that I'm trying to spread is like, approach your self-help with caring about yourself and not thinking you're a loser for where you're at, because it's a process, lifelong process. So I'll be hard on yourself.
Yeah, that's a great message. Yeah, that's nice.
Have you had experiences with no fat body, things like shit like that?
Yeah, I'm a very large person. I don't know if you can pick up on camera very well, but I'm very morbidly obese. I I think at my worst I was like 29 stone. I was bordering 30 stone. I don't know what that is in pounds. It's a lot. And the only reason I'm not absolutely massive is because I go to the gym quite consistently. I don't look like I do go to the gym. Yeah, thank you. I go to the gym quite a lot, and if I didn't have that, that would be like the worst thing ever for me because it's not my only outlet of like losing weight at all. But my self control on like eating food is awful. Because I think in my head it's like I have a fear of being like weaker, and in my mind it's like if I eat, then I've got the I can't be weak. But then it ends up making me like feel awful because I'm just larger than I am. Then I want to be sorry.
Well, good for you for going to the gym. That's cool as hell, man.
Thank you.
You like push pull legs? Full body?
I do. I've got it right there. I've got Monday chest triceps, Tuesday back biceps, then take a day off. Thursday shoulder triceps, Friday legs and biceps, and then Sunday I do like abs and cardio. I never do cardio really though. I'm so bad at cardio. Anything that makes me actually healthy, I never do. It's just muscle. I just have a rack of muscle on me.
The good thing about building muscle is muscle like burns more calories just chilling. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's just like the more muscle you have, the more fat you just burn. Just being muscle.
It takes more calories to be alive to have muscle. So it's like eventually you will be able to eat more. And I don't know, like for me, again, like this goes back to the current state of self-help is never eat a fucking Dorito ever again. It's like,
yeah,
I cope. Like I'm not gonna lie. When my mindset is if I've worked out today, I can eat whatever the hell I want because I feel like it's going to my muscles. Probably not true. Like today I went and did deadlifts and I was at the pool with my girlfriend and we had watermelon and chips and it's like yeah I could have said no to the chips but it's like
it's just chips.
I did 5 sets of 5 deadlifts and it's like I fucking worked. So who gives a shit about the chips? I don't know, but some people are like never have that chip ever again. I don't agree with that message.
I just think that's like unreasonable. Like stuff like that where it's like you could with food especially cigarettes. Just never smoke again. I think that's quite easy to never try and buy a cigarette again. It's obviously not really easy because you'll be addicted to cigarettes. But I think you don't have to have cigarettes. But if you have like crisps, there's no way. Chips. If you're at like a family barbecue or anywhere, everyone has chips out, and it's like okay, I can't just not have them. What else do I have? You just have a sausage on its own or a plain patty. You've got to have like stuff in moderation, and that's like the key to everything with like fitness. I found like the working out's the fun part. With going to the gym, that to me, I enjoy it. I don't just go because it's like I feel like I need to improve myself. I just go because I actually quite like to build muscle. But moderation with food, and especially what you eat as well, is like the key to it. And I know like with eating chips, it's like, you know, you could never touch them again, it would still be good for you. But I just think that's completely unreasonable to think I'm never going to have a crisp again. Because then it builds up in your head like, I really want a crisp, all I want is crisps.
Exactly.
So you'll end up just gorging and then you'll just lose your entire progress of being healthier.
Here's something... Okay, I'm actually going to release a video tomorrow that's kind of like about cravings, and here's like the idea of it. Have you heard of intermittent fasting?
I have, yes.
So, for those that are watching and don't know, intermittent fasting is like, it's not it's like a diet, but it's not restricting calories, it's restricting when you eat. So, in a normal day, you just eat from when you wake up to whenever you go to sleep. But intermittent fasting is like, for example, you wake up 8 a.m., you don't eat until like 12 p.m. So like from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. you eat, and 8 a.m. like it's like in a window, and you'll find that you'll naturally eat less because you're giving yourself less time overall to eat. But you don't have to not eat chips, you don't have to not eat ice cream, whatever it is. But you're gonna naturally eat less calories and lose weight, which sucks because breakfast is the best food there is. But, but it doesn't have to be.
Great dinner food's got to be the best.
Oh.
Italian dinner.
Here in America, breakfast is dessert. Like I guess it's different there. Like You
Oh, yeah,
got crepes,
sugary
color.
cereals.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like eggs, bacon, sausage, like hash brown potatoes, like stuff like that. But it also doesn't have to be 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. It can be like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Like your window, you'll naturally eat less. So stuff. The thing that I've been doing this summer here, my vices, I guess you want to call them. I enjoy eating shit that's not good for me. It's not that I enjoy YouTube, but it's relaxing and I like doing it.
Mm.
That's pretty much it. Those two right now, those are my things that I'm like, probably should do a little less of those. So instead of cutting them out all completely, because eventually, yes, I know it's unreasonable to never watch YouTube again. It's unreasonable to never have a crisp again.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm gonna ideally I would sleep at like 11 p.m. Like that's like a time I like to go to sleep. So from 10 to 11 p.m., that's when I would watch YouTube and eat junk food. It's like that last hour of the day, I'm gonna allow myself to do it because I'll have the whole day of being productive, of working out, hanging out with friends, like all this stuff that's like fun, and I can do that with such like it flows well because haven't eaten bad, I haven't been like distracted from YouTube, so I can do all that productively, and then the last hour of the day. People say like don't wind down, like video games don't help you wind down. I disagree. You know,
I
like
think I do.
I guess in your brain and like it's active, but it's like you decompress. And it's like if you've done all your work for the day and you've been eating healthy like all day, I think now you can take that last hour of the day and do the shit that you know you shouldn't really be doing. But you'll find you'll naturally just do less of it. You can only watch YouTube for an hour. You can only eat so much before the craving goes away.
Yeah.
You're naturally going to do less of that thing. And then sometimes you might just not want to do it. Like, if you have a craving for something right now, but I told myself I'm not going to eat that until later tonight in that last hour. The craving is only strong right now. I let it pass when it's nighttime. I might not even want it. So it's like two good things happen out of this. You know, your day's productive, and then you can reward yourself at night for the good work you've done productively. And also, sometimes you just might not want to, and then there you go. You're not doing that thing you trying not to do less of. So that's something I think everyone should try because it's like, and then when you do that negative thing, you can enjoy it because sometimes you feel guilty doing things you know you shouldn't really be doing. But if you give yourself like, yes, I am admitting to myself, I'm going to do this tonight with intention, you can enjoy it so much. And I don't see another like great way to do things. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely agree. I with all of that, completely agree. Basically, I think with like gaming at night as well. I personally actually do agree with that. I find it like quite calming. I like sit there and I'll play like some cheesy game that's like it's not like a competitive game or anything, but it's just like some crappy story game or like a Nintendo game or something, some Super Mario or some Zelda or something. And I feel like I just like it will like compress me. I'll be focusing all day on doing YouTube or like trying to do the gym or just whatever else I've been doing that's like I'm in that day. And it was just like calm me down. It bring me down to a level where I can go, okay, I can go to sleep now. Because I feel like if I go straight from doing what I was doing and then going to bed, I just wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd be thinking about other stuff too much. I wouldn't be relaxed at all.
Yeah, I agree. And it is like a message that's spread right now is like, if you want to relax, you're kind of a pussy. It's like, yes, because bro, I'll be honest, like, let me show you. Like, I have a yoga mat right there. Like, I do yoga
Yeah.
like, before I sleep, but it's also like, let me have some some junk. Let me watch some YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm admitting, like, yes, I'm coping. Yes, like, this isn't good for me. But it's like, it's the moderation. It's the fact that I'll be doing it overall less. And eventually I'm just going to be like, I'll need to tonight. It's like a process. You can't just, cold turkey doesn't work. Like, if you ever try to just cut something out of your life, you just think, like you said, you're going to think about it. Eventually you're going to go right back to it. You give yourself permission at the end of the day, you're going to do less of it. And eventually you're just going to be like, nah.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. When you go to cold turkey, it basically just I feel like you become like fixated on it a lot more than you would be normally. then if you keep having it over and over in exaggerated amounts, it also becomes like a fixation. I think the key to a lot of life is like moderation. I think it's the most important thing that you need to learn a skill. You need to learn how to moderate stuff. If you don't know how to moderate what you eat, what you do, if you're addicted to, as we said, masturbating, you need to cut it down a little bit. But do you know with NoFap, do you like not do it at all? Is it like completely cut out? Is that like a cut out thing from you? If that's too personal, you don't have to answer.
No, I will say I never will give myself permission to do that. That's just something with like morally I don't do because I have a girlfriend, so it's like to me like watching porn is cheating. A lot that's like controversial, but to me it's like first of all, I don't want her looking at other naked dudes because that hurts my feelings, bro. I don't give a fuck. Why is she looking at other dudes? Like,
well, I'm better than him. What the fuck?
Like it's not physically cheating, yeah, bro. Like, but it's like that's like something that I will not allow to happen. And for me, it's like I know, like obviously she doesn't want me looking at naked girls. It's like that would feel like shit. Yeah. So that's like something morally we agree on we're not gonna do. Now, we're doing stuff, me and her, so it's like it's not like I'm just built up.
So you don't need to do it. It's like there's still an outlet for that like part of like life. But like,
and if I were single,
yeah,
I would try to not do it. And then, like if it happens, it happens. I'd feel regretful. I don't want to be at the point. I say this like you should always kind of regret doing something that you don't want to be doing, because once you don't regret it anymore, it's like you've given up. It's like if I tried not to watch porn and jerk off, and I did it, and I was like, man, like I didn't want to do that. I know I shouldn't have done that. Like fuck. And you're kind of down on yourself. Like don't kill yourself. Don't be like you're a horrible person. Like you're fucking worthless. You'll get over it. But it's like if you feel regret in that amount of time, you were gonna at least try not to do it again. But if you were just like, oh, that was like great. All right, next thing. It's like you're just gonna do it again because it's like there's no like regret. So if it were to happen, like I'm not gonna kill myself over it, but I just try to not let it happen. Notice when I was feeling an urge, what I was gonna do, like do something else, like shit like that. Because again, like personally, I don't think if you do it like once a week, like it's not that bad. But it's like when you do it multiple times a day, like once a day, that's when it's like I don't think that's good for anyone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like they once again just like moderation is like the key to stuff like that.
Exactly, and it can be hard to moderate, but it's like that should be like a goal you can have.
Yeah, so I feel like with stuff like moderation, I feel like you need to get a productive outlet that isn't that. Because I don't think you can just cut it out. I think it needs to be replaced. Like people that are like addicted to food, they just are easily addicted. They're not just like addicted to one thing. So if you can get them from addicted to food and like move it over to the gym, they'll be like, they'll become like some like Noel Denzels, Arnolds. They'll become some massive people. But they'll become like a better massive. But it's like exactly. I think a lot of people when they're addicted, they're just people that really do get addicted easily. I'm quite an addictive person. I get addicted to stuff really easily. I'll be addicted to video games at one point, and then I'll just like, God, I've spent all day just playing this. So then I moved over to like, my addiction right now is YouTube. I've moved over to YouTube, and I feel like it's a more productive like addiction to have, because it's like it's a better outlet than gaming and watching porn. I feel like I'm like doing something that I actually enjoy as well.
I agree. That's kind of where I'm at now, but it's like I also would realize, like, for example, if I wanted to edit or I wanted to like write a script or something, if I was just like having a video play in the background, I can't get into that like flow state. Like flow state is kind of like a wishy-washy term, but for me, it's like when I'm writing and I'm writing with emotion and I feel the emotion. It's like I'll write it down and be like, wow, like people are gonna like that, or it's like I'm proud of that, and it's like it keeps going, and then one thought leads to another, and I've been writing for like 30 minutes. I don't reach that state if I don't. For me, it's like a ritual. Like I want to sit down, I want to turn off my phone, I want to go and do not disturb. I don't want anything else playing. Like sometimes I'll even go out just so like I'm doing like I have the intention of going to write, and I find like I just write so much better. But the YouTube thing, it's like again, I enjoy it, but the last of the day, like I've watched like you can watch like 4 or 5 videos in an hour, maybe more, and it's like you'll get that itch scratched, but you're consciously enjoying it. Like you're actually paying attention. Like you said, like you can't really sit down. Like you don't really sit down for a video.
Yeah.
I guess I'm different. Like
very, very infrequent. And this is like a YouTuber I really enjoy. I'll normally just have it on when I'm cooking or if I'm editing and it's a bit. I'm like it's the edits where it's just like you don't need any audio or you don't need anything like to listen to, where it's just you need to move stuff. I'll have like a video on then. But then, apart from that, it's just I just don't need to. I feel like I used to be really, really dependent on having a video on all the time because I needed that like dopamine rush. But I feel like I've got better from that now. Because I think with music as well, music's the same thing where it's like music is so good to listen to when you're doing nothing or you're going for a walk or you're at the gym. But I feel like a lot of the time when you have music on, it sometimes takes out of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like it'll end up you just being dependent on music then.
Do you know Gassed Up?
Gassed Up? No. What's that?
It's like British metal rap. It's cool as hell. I just found them, but it's British dudes rapping over some like heavy ass riff, and I love that shit. Just saying. But that's why like I don't know. I personally enjoy like this isn't gonna work for everyone. Like, this isn't one size fit all. I don't really agree with one size fits all anything. I want to just for the last hour just watch some even if it's bullshit. Like at least I'm like I know I'm doing it. It's like I don't even know how to explain it, but I urge everyone to at least try it because you will be more productive and you will end up doing shit like yesterday. It was like 7 p.m. Sun was kind of setting, and like if I wasn't gonna allow myself to do that last hour of the day, I would have just gone to YouTube. I would have just hung out. But instead, I was like, oh, like I would just play guitar for an extra like hour. So it's like I wouldn't have done that. I was instead watching YouTube. So it's like, I think everyone should try it.
I've all the time playing piano. Thank you. I will do. I'll do that exact same thing. Anytime I need to play piano, I'll throw my phone in the mud.
You play piano?
A little bit. I used to do music production, so the only reason I play piano is because I was quite good at like playing the keyboard anyway for like any kind of music.
Oh, that's awesome,
that was my thing for a long time, like just producing songs.
I love piano. Like that's another thing. Like normally I'd just play like 10 minutes a day, but now it's like I have so much time where I'm not going to be on YouTube, so it's like might as well do an hour. So it's like yeah, I urge everyone to try that.
Yeah, that's why. So you go.
Go ahead.
No, you go. I'll let you go.
Do you have certain things that allow you to be more productive that you've noticed for yourself?
I have a good setup for my YouTube stuff, and what I do mainly in like commentary is I just turn my camera on, and I'll just like find a topic to talk about. So I feel like with having a good setup, I've got an office. I don't have like many distractions. Is that what you're on about? Sorry, have I understood that wrong?
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, so I love like I have what I have in a separate room. So my productive stuff is in here, and then if I want to go play games, I do have games in here, but I don't really play them when I'm trying to do my videos. I only do that if I need to I feel like I need to like socialize every day. Because before I just wouldn't speak to anyone for like a year, and I was so depressed. So I make sure every day I at least spend like 1 or 2 hours speaking to my mates.
Dude, that's awesome. That's so good.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, because it's actually incredible. Like just before now, it's like I had an hour before this. I'd filmed a video before this as well. I had an hour to spare, and I was like, I'll just join Discord or do whatever. I just speak to my mates for a bit.
Dude, that's so important. So good you're doing that.
Yeah, definitely. It makes me feel so much better like speaking to people, just speaking in general. Because when you have like a full day and you're on your own all day, and you just think to yourself, I haven't spoken all day. I haven't spoke one word today, and it's been like 7 hours into the day. I live with people as well. I have 2 other people in my house.
Oh yeah.
A full day not speak to anyone. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how haven't I actually spoke to anyone all day? It's so bad. It's like I do prefer speaking to my friends in person. I am definitely that kind of person. I prefer in person much more. But it's so easy to just get on a call immediately, speaking to your friends, play a game together. And gaming's fun anyway. And I think gaming brings people together as well.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have spoke to if I didn't have like games to play with them.
Mm-hmm. I I used to play League and Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh,
But I was
Rainbow!
never.
I've played loads of Rainbow. I can speak to you about that. I can't speak to you about League, but I can speak to you about Rainbow if you want. So
I was.
conversation for
It was fun, and I just naturally it feels like I just stopped. Not because I had this like, oh fuck video games, like they're evil. It's like no, I became more interested in like, I actually would go back to League right now. Like again,
yeah.
hour and a half because games were 40 minutes long. Like 2 games and then I'd sleep. This is like you scratch the itch and it's like, again you can talk to people and people say like you take it away, like will you still be friends? Like then you're not friends. Like, I disagree. It's like, yeah, you're right. It brings people together.
Yeah, I think it's like a great like force that brings people together. I think if you take them away from my friends right now, I'd still be friends with them. I feel like it's just a connector. It's like, do you know when like you cut yourself and they get like surgical glue and they stick it together? If after a while you just together, you just mates. You don't need that glue anymore. It's gone. You're friends. That's just how it is. You build a connection. A game's just like a great way to build that connection.
I was gonna say something but I forgot.
Yeah, I literally just the exact same. I was just about to ask you something, but I forgot what it was now.
No, yeah, and
I talked about earlier. Do you know? Have you got a pool at your place? Have you got a pool at your house?
I do.
Oh, that's so sick. I would literally be in that all day. I'm like a whale.
It's really nice. It's like, especially after the gym, it's like, bro, you just low, and it feels so good. It's like your spine decompresses, and you just feel good.
Dude, I need that for my
people that have anxiety. I actually would recommend like swimming, because it's like, you can't listen to music. You can't really talk to people. It's kind of like you kind of are forced to just be alone with your thoughts while you're swimming. And something about that is kind of like, it's quiet too. It's like you're under the water, especially if it's not too busy. Like if you have to go to a community pool, it's something about that. If it's light, you don't gotta do like butterfly, like just do something light and easy.
Slowly floating across. I did all the time when I used to swim a lot. I used to just lay on my back and just float. And anytime I'm on holiday, they've got a pool. I'm just in the pool the entire time, just floating. I don't do well with heat, so I just immediately have to get into the water. Like right now here, it's summer as well, and I just can't handle it at all.
It's really hot over there.
It's not probably not as hot as Florida. I'm gonna say that now, but it's definitely.
I'd probably be like, bro, that's.
This is easy. This is like winter.
Right now, it's like 90 degrees, 92.
Yeah, we got Celsius. Right now, that'd be an oven, right?
Yeah.
In Celsius,
I lived here my whole life, and the winter is the one time like when there's a cold front, it gets like 50, 60 degrees, and I'm like, I fucking love it. It's like I'll go out, I'll have a hoodie on, like it's fucking awesome, man. Like now, like summer's cool, but it's like something about the winter. I
quite like being like in a hoodie. I normally wear a hoodie. I feel weird not wearing a hoodie right now. Because when I'm done with the videos, I'm normally wearing a hoodie. It's just like I can't. I completely agree. When it's winter, I'll go out. It's all cool. We don't really have like snow here. It's just like cold. But when it's like bright, it's bright outside and it's still cool. It's just I love it. It's beautiful.
I'm not living here. Like I'm gonna say that now. Like I need to move. Like not that I need to, but it's like I don't want to live somewhere where it's this hot year round. Like the cold fronts are cool, but it happens like 10 times a year, maybe 15. It's like somewhere like even just like up north, like Florida's here. Like, I'm like in South Florida too, so it's extra hot. You go up a state, there's Georgia, and it's like then you have like the forest, and it's like you have actual seasons. Like we don't have seasons here. Like trees are green year round. Like we never reach freezing. So
yeah. Would you stay in America the whole time? Would you possibly go out of America?
honestly, like I don't think I want to live here the rest of my life. Two reasons. One, I don't really like driving. In America is like you kind of have to drive everywhere.
You literally all drive.
Yeah, like you can't even like go to the bar. Like you have to drive home drunk. It's like fuck. Like why is the train, bro? Like, and two, like bro, like the fucking school shootings. Like you guys probably hear about them and are like, fuck, it's mad, dude. I do want to have kids. It's like I don't want to fucking send them to school and like be anxious. Like fuck, what if my kids get fucking slaughtered by a fucking madman with a fucking gun? It's like so.
Yes, it's so
obviously
scary.
There's problems in other countries, but it's like there's no gun problem in countries.
That's literally it. I feel like America and UK have quite a few similar problems. Oh my god, we have quite similar problems, but I feel like the only thing we really have above America is just no gun crime. And so the knife crime here is really not, really not like bad at all. It's like this is literally only for Manchester and London. It's bad. Oh my god, it's actually just going on my camera now. Okay. If you don't live in Manchester, London, or like I don't know, like Liverpool, these are like the big cities in the UK, like the main ones. If you don't live there, there's probably no chance of you getting stabbed. There's very, very little chance. But I remember seeing this a while ago. Oh, sorry, you go.
Did you hear about Parkland? This was like 4 years ago.
Was this school shooting?
School shooting.
Probably. There's quite a few. I don't know the names very well, but I know about them. I know of them. Right.
No, it's like it was like one of like the worst ever. Like 19 people died, I think, and that high school was 30 minutes from my house.
Really?
So it's like puts in perspective, like not far at all. So you can't really feel safe anywhere. It's fucked up. And people are like, you know, if someone wants to hurt someone, they'll always find a way. But that's true. But it's like you can't.
It won't be explosive. It won't be explosive at all. Guns just give us so much ease to just take out loads of people. They're literally war machines.
Yeah, it's like, and I think it's like I don't even want to own a gun, but it's like when I'm like living on my own, I feel like I'm gonna have to just because everyone else has a gun. It's like an arms battle. It's like everyone else has one and I don't. I'm the one that's at risk. So
exactly, yeah, literally. I completely agree with that. I think if I was in America, I'd definitely have like a assault rifle and a pistol. I'll have some stuff just to make sure I was safe.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate. You know, I think about it now. Like I was in elementary school, or I think it's called primary school there, but like 6, 7 years old, and
yeah.
I was having like active shooter drills, like what you would do, not like active shooter, but like lockdown drills. What would you do? They would teach us what to do if someone was in the school and wanted to hurt us.
Oh, I've heard they're like really stupid, isn't it? Like you just like sat down and hide under a desk.
Then you would go to the bathroom because each classroom had a bathroom. Now it's like you turn off all the lights, you close the door, and you hide in a corner. It's like you shouldn't have to do it in the first place. Just because some guys want to like keep their guns, it's fucked up.
Yeah. Would it not be to like escape the building? Is that not the most?
That's what I would do, but what we're told to do is hide.
Yeah. I guess that's a bit unreasonable to expect every child to break a window and jump out.
But those that are physically capable of doing it and hopping a fence,
Yeah.
I said, go do it.
I couldn't hop a fence. I couldn't hop a fence. I just have to. I'll punch a window, get outside, get loads of cuts on me, and then just be like, shit. Fuck, no gate.
Hey, but you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm. If that happens, I could probably take out a knife, man. I think I could take out someone with a knife. It's that thing as well. It's like if someone has a knife, you could out mob them. If it's just four of you, one of you might get stabbed, but you could just grab him, get him to the ground.
Exactly.
It's just like John Wick is like flying it around. You've got John Wick in the room. It's not happening. It's just they stab someone and just put them down. That's literally it.
Yeah, bro. But again, if it's a gun, it's like
Yeah, literally. Just aim someone, bang, dead. Bang, dead. The worst one I've seen is the Buffalo supermarket. This is like the only one I've really seen. I've seen the full video of it. That was like he recorded himself doing it. It's so brutal. It's just like there was just women walking by and he just shoots them in the head, and he's like one of them was like slightly moving, so he double taps. That's how bad it was. He was making sure they were dead. He wasn't just trying to hurt them. He was trying to end their life. He wanted them dead for some reason. I don't know why he was. I don't get how you get to that point as well, where all you want to do is just end a bunch of people's lives. It's so foreign to me. I don't know how you can get into that mindset where I want to take out everyone with a machine gun.
Who fucking knows? It's like, yeah. Oh, fuck. What was I gonna say? I had something. It was good. Oh, and something that was also horrible is back to social media. When a shooting happens, you go on Twitter. It's like people are talking about it, but it always is like the first thing people go to is like, oh, this is the left's fault. This is the right's fault. Like this is conservatives' fault. This is like, it's like
I always see it goes to race. That's the first thing I see. It's like, oh, the skin color of this one, it wouldn't happen with this. And it's like, no, it's just mental illness. It happens with everyone. It's not about race or like politics. It's just about.
And it's like you never have a real discussion with anyone because it's always about like this is this party's fault. Oh, this because this guy was white, this guy is black. It's like, and it's just like it's so horrible to see because you feel sad that you. There was a really bad one like last year. In like elementary school, like little.
I remember one that was like 4 teachers and like 11 kids or something.
Yeah, this one was like 18 little kids and teachers. Like it's like, and you go on Twitter. I didn't even go on Twitter. Like, I don't know, whatever I did, and you see people talking about like blaming like a fucking political party, and it's like, oh my god, like have people like lost their minds? Like, where's like your sympathy? Where's your empathy to just be like to feel bad?
I think I've seen this actually. Was this the one where the shooter was transgender and loads of people were blaming on like the fact they were transgender? Is that the right one, or is this like a different one?
No, but that was another one. It's like, how are you going to take that? It's like, yes, that person was sick, but it's like, bro, not every fucking transgender is like insane.
Yeah.
Like it's like people will just turn towards hate, and it's all like once you like for us, it's so foreign because it's like, how does someone like do this? But it's like again,
yeah, how do you end up taking fucking 20 kids' lives?
That's social media.
Kids annoy me a little bit. I'm not a big fan of little kids. I'll be honest with you. I don't think, wow, I'm gonna get a gun and shoot you. I just think, oh man, so noisy. No, it's so foreign to me. I just don't get it. I actually can't stand it. I think it's bad as well that we're having to like go, oh no, not this one, this other one. There's so many of them that we can't pin which one's which, and that is fucking mad. That's like every 2 months, so we can't actually tell which one's which.
And another thing is like it's normal here. Like my girlfriend went to Spain last year, and she told like the other kids there that like, yeah, like what we have to do, like, and they're all like, are you serious? Like that's so crazy. Like like you can go to school and die. Like that's crazy. And it's like to us, it's like, yeah, that's normal. Like, or when it happens, it's like not like, oh my god. Like, obviously, you think like, oh, that's horrible, but it's also like you're not shocked. Fucked up.
It's like it's not even foreign to you anymore. It's completely normalized that there's a chance if you go to school you're getting shot. Is it exaggerated? Because I know Florida has like quite. I've heard a lot about Florida. Being someone who's outside of Florida, I've heard a lot about Florida, man. Is it something that's like exaggerated? Is like the numbers higher in Florida with a lot of like crime?
I know there's this law it's called like stand your ground. So it's like if you are in your home and you feel threatened, like if someone were to break in, you could shoot them and you would not get arrested for it because it's like you're standing like the ground of your house. But it's also like that law might exempt you. Like for example, if someone rings on your doorbell and you shoot them because you thought they were a threat, but like they were just some dude trying to like that just needed help, you might be exempted and like get away with it. So it's like that's fucked up too.
I heard a bit where it's like even if you're like out and you just say you feel threatened, you can just beat the shit out of someone or like, hospitalize or kill them. I've heard it's like in any situation. Is it just like with houses or is it in like any situation?
Not entirely sure. I don't know, man, but
I would say it's a really, really like loopholey law where you can just take advantage of it and just go, "Oh, this person, I don't like him," and they come near my house, ding dong. That's literally it. It's just, it's not. There's so many loopholes there. Mailman, oh, I've got your mail, and now you're dead. It's like,
yeah.
how do you know that they were being threatened? There's no actual way of knowing unless it was like CCTV where they've been fully recorded. And I know like, a lot of people have Ring doorbells, but if you're going to do that, why would you have a Ring doorbell? Why would the murderer have a Ring doorbell? Why would they have proof against themselves? They wouldn't do it then. So it's people there'll be no surveillance. There'll be none of this. It's just people who can just get away with killing people. It's such a bizarre law to me. I don't get stuff like that at all. But I can't.
Man, it's probably so crazy to you to hear like, yeah, like I have to deal with this. Like the thing is, like in school, it wouldn't cross my mind. Like I wouldn't actively be thinking about it because again, it's normal. Like this year, actually, we had 2 lockdowns because administration at the school found shotgun shells in like a bathroom. There was no gun, but there were shells. So they had to shut down the whole school twice in a week. And when you shut down the school, it's like you stay in class and you just do nothing. So it's fucking boring. And it's like, again, so close to home. And then I didn't feel safe because I was like, what if this is like a warning? Like, what if someone's warning? They never found out who did it either.
Yeah.
He's still chilling, doing whatever right now.
Yeah, someone who brought shotgun ammunition into a school. It's so insane. Do you want to talk about something else? We both like brought our moods down. I saw some of the videos that it's something that I've like preached for a long time. Microplastics. I'm glad you've talked about this because this is something I've always talked about. It's just the amount of like plastic that people are consuming and they don't realise. Like when I was at school, people would refill water bottles, and they're like, "Oh, what's wrong?" It's like you're basically drinking the plastic now. When you refill it, the water just like takes away all the plastic. Oh god, I hate bugs in my room, man. Oh, okay, I've killed it, but it smudged my entire desk. Okay,
I'm surprised surprised you're talking about that because it is relatively like a foreign concept for people.
I don't get how people don't understand that. I've heard about that my whole life. I've always been told that when like don't refill plastic water bottles. I've known that since primary school. Like don't refill it because you're drinking the plastic. I didn't even know it was like what microplastics did. I didn't know it loads testosterone and all that. But I just knew it was like I don't want to drink plastic. That's like poison. I just drew them too. I kind of you can't eat plastic, can you? So don't drink it. Well, I thought that was kind of obvious, but everyone's like, "Oh, it's not really big of a problem." It's a really big problem, and people just don't understand how serious it is.
I didn't even know. Like, I never knew that plastic was harmful. Like, I mean, obviously, I wasn't gonna go and eat plastic. Like, I wasn't gonna purposely drink because it's like
bite out of it.
Sorry.
Get like a plastic apple and take a bite out of it, or like get some plastic bread or something.
But I didn't even know. Then I read this book called Esther Generation, and it's like how have I gone 17 years not knowing that this is harmful to health, to like
So
be able to
much.
reproduce, to like lower your testosterone, to like give you cancer, like all this crazy shit, and no one knows. And it's like, thing is, there's so much money in plastic. That's why it's like it doesn't make it illegal. Like, and people don't talk about it because it gets like shoved away. Because here's
It's
some
oil.
money.
Plastic is oil. So it's like all these oil companies that own the plastic companies as well. So obviously, it's like these are the richest companies in the world. Like oil companies, like what do you call it? Like Saudi Arabia and like these countries that have loads of oil. These like they're so rich, they're not on like rich lists. They're like trillionaires. They're like the biggest industries in the world, and they're just going to do everything they can to cover up how dangerous this is and how harmful it is for you.
Red 40 is like the food dye that makes food look red. Like, think about Powerade, Gatorade.
Hmm.
That dye is made of plastic. Like,
Really?
I don't know how it works, but it's like pure plastic. I didn't know that, and it's like
That's insane.
actually I think that in food that has that food dye in the UK, they have a warning label like this might cause hyperactivity in children. We don't have that here.
Really? Actually, yeah, because I was hyperactive when I was younger. I was I mean, anything that had like food colouring. It's not as bad now, actually. I feel like they've done a lot to like change that. When I was younger, I used to be addicted to these little like chocolate discs that have like little sprinkles on top.
Yeah.
I think they're called like hundreds of millions, and I was just like obsessed with them. I was wild when I was younger. Like I'd just run around, uncatchable. I was like do you know when like your dog runs around and you have to try and catch it and like pick it up? That was basically me when I was younger. I was just untouchable, and it's such a wild thing that like we don't get taught like food properly. Like what is healthy, what is dangerous, what is just generally bad. But my family never did it was bad for me.
It's probably because there's so much money in shit food because it's addicting. It's like we have to learn this shit ourselves. Like, you don't get a diet class in school. Bro, the fucking disgusting school lunch here is crazy. Like, the milk has like 30 grams of sugar. Like, normal milk has like 9. It's like soda, bro. It's like,
yeah, literally.
and then it's just like, I mean, I try to do all I can still. Like, this is a cotton shirt. The thing about shorts is shorts are pretty much, there's no like cotton shorts. Jeans are cotton or denim, whatever it is. But it's like I look at all the labels of clothes, and I'm like, I want to have only cotton.
Yeah.
I actually like I got wooden guitar picks. Like, I got so serious about it. Like, when I was playing. Yeah, it actually sounded really nice. So it's like, oh, that's cool. But and then
like a medieval like soldier, you have to walk around in like armor. Just make sure there's no plastic anywhere.
But yeah, and it's just crazy. Like, I didn't know. I always just thought it was like bad for the environment. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
animals and shit. But like, no, like this will affect us. Like,
turtles. I want to be healthy as well. Jesus Christ! Like,
and then it's just like people don't know, and it's sad. But again, I don't want to.
I feel sad that people like defend it as well, like using plastic stuff. It's just there's no way to defend it. It's like, oh, I don't care if my testosterone's lower. What? Yeah, but it's like cancer as well. It's not just testosterone. You can get cancer. No one wants cancer. There was probably like 1 in 7 billion people that are like, I'd like cancer. Literally, no one wants it. It's the most unwantable thing ever. It's like stubbing your toe. No one wants that shit.
We were never taught. It's like it makes me. It's like upsetting. But I also don't want to see someone drinking out of a plastic water bottle and say like, "Hey, you! That's your fat." Like,
fuck you!
Like, maybe I should. Because how else am people gonna learn? Like, I could. I mean, I taught my girlfriend about it because it's like she listens to me. So.
Yeah.
So she's so she's also like, for the most part, she tries not to.
Yeah.
Like, take it serious. Like, we go out to. You guys have Chipotle there?
No, we don't.
It's like Mexican food. It's like
I know what it is. It's just like burritos and like wraps and stuff.
Yeah, and like you know, when you eat it, they give you like a plastic fork. We'll bring like our like silver ones, like or not silver, whatever they're made of, like the silver ones. People might think I'm weird, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just trying to not to have plastic in my mouth, you know. I go to the bathroom, wash it off, no big deal. You know, we bring like our stainless steel water bottles, just fill those up with water when we go out.
I do
It's
that.
like, you know, I feel like that will add up and you're healthier.
Yeah.
But it's also
I
like,
always try and have like a glass or like, you know, like a thermos or just something that isn't plastic. Because I always feel the weird drinking out of plastic, like plastic something. Even when I have like a mug, I feel like mugs aren't even because they're okay, what do you call it? People think I'm so stupid right now, but like a mug is made out of a. Do you know when you need to think of something, you just can't think of it? Fuck. It's made out of, I don't know, I'm just going to call it goop. It's made out of goop, and it's like, they layer the goop with something. I don't know what it is they layer it with. It's always different. Because sometimes it's like, oh, you can't dishwasher it because it's got like plastic on it. And they'll have like ink layers, and like the ink layers and printed plastic on their front. It's like, you don't realise how much plastic is in everything. I saw a lot of that video as well. It's like, plastic is literally in everything. Clothes. Toothbrush, as you said. You brush your teeth every day. There's plastic on your toothbrush. You brush your teeth with little tiny bits of plastic while holding a lump of plastic.
yeah, and then it goes on your gums. I mean, something that's do, like look
inside your mouth.
Looking around right now, like I want to have I don't even know, like, cause like socks or spandex, which is plastic. I don't even know if like there's like wool socks, but those are like warm. But I would wear those. I just haven't gotten around to buying them. My bed sheets, those are plastic. They have cotton ones there, but every shirt I wear is pretty much. I don't really wear like polyester shirts. What else? I have the water bottle.
I've never even checked if my t-shirt's like made of polyester. I normally just buy a t-shirt if it looks alright and it's cheapish.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. I mean, I don't think polyester is as bad as like the BPA. Like,
just like, yeah.
But it's still just I don't know. I never liked how those felt on me. I've always liked the loose cotton, so win for me. But really, that's good that you like that message because it's kind of like who gives a fuck. Like a lot of people like for health is like we don't really care about it right now because we're young. Like yeah, but well, you know when it comes to testosterone, oh shit, like I take this serious.
Do not make me weak. My beard is going to grow forever. Please, this is all I have.
So, but you know, good because you're helping the planet too. I care about that shit, like, but I know a lot of people don't. So, you're helping yourself. You're helping the world. Just like you know, individuals like you and me, like adds up. And hey, man. Also, I got like 15 minutes, and then I gotta head.
Yeah, that's cool. I can round it up. The only other question I've got a few more questions, but like the main one I've got is like, why did you start doing more videos? Because you do a lot of videos. I thought you do them mostly daily. So what's like your drive and what's your incentive for making videos?
At first, it was like, obviously, honestly, part of it is because I want to make money. You know, there's no shame in admitting that. Like, and you know, it would be cool to have people that fuck with me. That's part of it. But like, as I did it, and as I realized, like, especially when that video that I made has been, you know, getting some more attention, it's like I have decent knowledge in my life just because I've lived my life and I've thought more than other people and been more aware of my thoughts and emotions. It's like I've discovered things that there are certain people out there like you, like people that are commenting on videos, they feel the same way about me. And it's like sometimes I get like upset and depressed and it's like if someone out there that like genuinely it sounds cringe but like I want to help people. I want people to know that there are people out there that think and feel the same way as you because it feels lonely for me sometimes. I would have these dark like thoughts and I'd feel like shit, like at least everyone walks around with a smile on their face. You never know what's going on until like they tell you about it.
Yeah.
I can go on the internet and tell people like, no, I'm in pain, like I'm upset about this thing, like this bothers me, and they will be like, I'm very glad to see someone else feel this way too. And it's like, it becomes like a community. It makes people feel good, and I hope like they can watch my videos and feel some comfort knowing, because I feel like somewhere out there's someone exactly like you, and there's someone exactly like me,
Yeah.
and they can watch our videos and feel glad. It's like I just want that person to watch my videos, and we can be friends. And yeah, so it started with me like wanting to, get attention, make some money, but that's still a part of it. But now it's like also I want to help people because
Yeah.
I'd struggled with anxiety and depression recently. Better now, but it's like I've never understood how that felt until I went through it, and it's like it's a horrible feeling, and I don't want anyone to feel that.
Yeah.
I want to feel like they can come to me and I can help them, or if they can find comfort in my videos, like I want that. I want most people to be good, like genuinely good. Like someone asks you, like, "Are you good?" It's like if your answer is kind of like, like no, I want it to be like yes.
You want it to be good. You want it to be a fully positive message, like response.
Yeah, because only you know if you're content in life. Yeah. Like if you can, and if someone asks you and you can genuinely say like, yeah, I'm content, like I'm good. I think that's where everyone should strive to be. And everything I'm preaching and teaching is nothing special. I don't think it's special at all. I think this is just me living my life, and other people have lived their lives and felt the same kind of emotion as me, and they agree with it, and they feel good because hey, someone out there my age feels the same way. Or not even my age. Like I have like middle-aged like moms commenting on my videos, and it's like because the shit that I'm talking about, like everyone, man. Like
a lot of your videos are they're not very like target audience. It's just in general you're just trying to spread a positive message.
Yeah, it's just like I wanted it to be like guys, but then I realized like no. Like why would I just do like half the world? Like the other half needs help too, and I think like it's easier to take advice from the same gender, but also sometimes no.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I completely agree with that. I think a lot of your videos as well. We need more YouTubers like you. Just more like spreading positivity on a consistent basis. And your videos are good, by the way. Like for the consistency that you've been putting your videos out, that you've been doing a pretty good quality you've been doing like a pretty good like level of quality for how consistent they are. And it's great to see that someone can spread good messages daily basis. Getting views, so people are enjoying it. People are getting happy and getting a lot out of your videos, and I think it's great. I think it's good to have like someone who can not preach, but like spread positivity and spread like a good word, spread a good mindset. Because I think the way you spread your mindset is like a very healthy one to have as well. Like be the best version of yourself and work on yourself and just do what you can to be the best version of you. And I think it's great that we have more creators like you coming up. Because you're very, very new to like, YouTube, aren't you? Because like, you've only been posting like consistently for like a month, apart from like one video you had like a year ago. So like you're very, very new to it, and I think you will be. Even though right now, and when this comes out, I think you'll have more subs than probably me, because this takes 4 days to do. So
yeah.
In 4 days, you could actually have more subs than me. And I think I hope you do. Because you're a great message. I completely agree with your message.
Thank you, man. Hey, I want to say you're very like well spoken. Like this doesn't feel awkward at all to me, and it's like you have the charisma to run a podcast like this. That like it's like I hope that I went into this. It wasn't like awkward silences, but no, like you know how to talk. So that's good. But thank you, Matt. Honestly, it's funny because I grew up on the internet. So when I was like 8, like if somehow there's someone out there that's 8 watching this, like I was that motherfucker that was.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Playing video games. I learned how to use Photoshop, and I would make people like YouTube banners and their profile pictures. Like I would sell it for like 50 cents. And then that taught me Photoshop. And look at it, 8 years later, 9 years later, I'm using that now in my thumbnails, and it's like,
Yeah, to make thumbnails. Yeah.
damn, like that shit that I learned when I was a little kid is like benefiting me now. And
Yeah,
it's funny.
it's surprising because I think a lot of the people that do YouTube now were raised on YouTube. Because back then, people didn't have YouTube to watch when they were making content. But all of us,
Yeah.
because we're all like 17, 18, 19, YouTube is just something we've always had. And a lot of people have grown up on YouTube. I definitely did. Like, I would grow up watching fucking
Niga.
all these channels. Yeah, Niga He was great. Oh, it's like
That was my favorite.
you go up on that and then you just like, oh god, I can do that now. Now I'm an adult. I know how to structure stuff. I know how to speak properly. I know how to write stuff. I can make my own videos. I think it's great.
Man. And the way I feel like I am proud of every video I've made, and I after each video, like I'll kind of oh, let me share my screen with you real quick. How do I do this? I just want to show you like.
I think there's like a little arrow. It should be like a screen and an arrow, and it will like share what your screen is right now.
It won't let me do it with the app, so I'll just do that later. Well, I was just gonna show you like I have like a whole notes thing. Like I have like a list of 30 videos that I have the idea of them. Like I'll be in the shower and be like, oh, good idea, and I'll put it in there. And then when the time's to do that video, the way I feel like I've been putting out good quality is I'm sitting down with the attention, like I want to write this and I want to like be emotional when I'm writing it because people will feel that if I talk to them. I've just given it like a lot of attention. Like writing a script for me is kind of like I don't want to just post a video by like whipping out my camera and thinking like, okay, so do this, because then there's no story, there's no emotion behind it. But I can sit down, write. I can sit down and write and like make it good and make it me and make it like powerful, and people will like that 10 times more. So I think anyone that's watching that wants to put out good quality shit, don't just upload a video and just like do it for the sake of it. Like I say, each video you make or whatever you're doing, put like real like brain power, like real effort, like
meaning into it. Put what you want to do into the video. Whatever you feel. Like with me, I just make like if I wake up, I'll be like, I feel like making this today. I feel like talking about this subject. I'll go down and I'll be like, oh, let's just do a bit of research into this, and I'll get like really into it. I think that's how people should be making videos. I think people need to get like all their meaning into it, all their comedic value into it, and I think that's how it should be.
You need to get every like ounce of emotion that you have about a certain subject. Like that social media video I made, like that was like 26 minutes long. Like, and I talked about everything I could have talked about that I felt going through, not like my experiences with social media, and it's people are liking it because it's so real. Like that script was like 4,500 words long. Man. And I feel like the video you'll make from sitting down for 30 minutes and writing and like giving it your all will be so much better than just like on the fly talking. Like I don't do that. Like yes, I script my videos. Like some people think that's weird, or sorry, not weird. Some people like look down on that because like no, I can't just talk to a camera and have it like spill out of my mouth. Yeah. Like I'll script because I'll talk better that way. My message is more clear, more concise. I know what I'm talking about. So don't feel bad if you want to script your videos.
That's literally it. Just do it how you feel better doing it. How you think you can present it better. I found my best way of presenting videos is that I'll make bullet points. Because if I write a full script, I feel like I don't do it very well. I don't give it justice. Like I just won't read it and I'll go off anyway. But if I just do it off the dome, I won't be able to get all the jokes out. If I think of a joke, I'll be like, oh, write that down. That's funny. That's a funny way of saying it. So my personal way is like doing bullet points. But I know loads of people do it loads of different ways. I know people that just don't do any notes. They'll just record themselves, they'll talk to the camera for 20 minutes, cut down 10 minutes of trash, then have a 10-minute video.
Good for them. But I just know I'm like you said. I guess like you said, I'm doing myself justice by getting everything out. But the thing is, my kind of issue right now is I can write for an hour or 30 minutes. And the video can be done. Like that'll be like 2,000 words, 1,500 words. But it's like I know if I went back to it tomorrow, I could probably write another 500, like of really good shit.
Yeah.
And I find like as I write more, like past the 5 minute mark of me writing, that's when like everything starts flowing so good. It's like you gotta get past the 5 minutes, and then it's like honestly, it's exciting talking about it. Like writing the scripts is like probably like my favorite part. I feel like I've always been like a decent writer. It's like, so yeah, and thanks for the kind words, man.
It's okay. You deserve it because the content's good. I think people that do good content deserve good merit because I think there's so much crap content coming out recently. And when someone who's actually got like a diamond in the rough like your channel, I think it needs more praise.
I mean, yeah, the shorts scene is just shit right now. Like, it's just nasty free entertainment. It's like, if we want to grow as humans, like our own lives, I think my kind of content might be a little better.
Yeah.
Like, what I want anyone that's watching me or watching this right now to take away is like, I love thinking, and I think thinking is a very good thing. Because when you think, you're processing your emotions, you're learning more about who you are, like you're developing yourself as a person when you think. And when you not think, like it's easy to not think. Like when you're watching YouTube, it's easy to like be there on autopilot, kind of like a zombie, like watching, just letting time. Yeah, like you're AFK, and then you're never learning about yourself if you're just there, like letting your mind be distracted. Like you need to let your mind think. You need to like feel emotions, and like every time that you think and feel emotion, that's like profound. Like you're growing as a person, and that's like I've gotten to my point. Like now is by thinking. Think more. I think more by being off social media, by being off screens, learning more about myself, and yeah, man, that's it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, bro. I know you need to wrap up soon, so I think we'll conclude it there. Thank you for coming on. This has been probably the best episode we've had because we've had so much actual depth we've talked into.
Yeah, man.
Do you want to plug your social medias? Do you want to plug all your stuff?
Yeah, YouTube channel is Reece Daniels. I got coaching calls if you want, like kind of like what me and Julius are doing right now, is talking one-on-one. If you want to talk about, your personal shit, $30. Therapy's what, 200? Just saying. You don't gotta buy it.
Good point.
It's fun. Like I would love to do this. It's like, yeah, I would do this for free, but so that's all I got, and thanks for having me.
It's been great. If you ever want to come back on, just let me know because this has actually been terrific.
Yeah, man. Do this again.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to today's episode of the Doghouse Podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars if you're on Spotify. We'll catch you in another podcast. So, see you later.
Have a great day, guys.